There is way too much AI content online, and specifically on YouTube. I find it extremely and particularly annoying how anytime that I find some sort of video that I have genuine interest in, and I find it very compelling to watch, um, within like 15 seconds of pressing it, either it's entirely AI or it's some human reading an entirely ChatGPT made script. Which, like, I don't mind if you use it for to help you out or whatever it is, but if it's entirely AI generated, even if it's a human narrating it, I do not care. Like, I'm sorry, but it's not just X, it's Y is enough for me to click off the video. I understand that people need to make their bread and whatnot. Times are tough. The economic market sucks right now. Trust me, I know. I have a degree. Forget about it. You're contributing to the demise of the internet culture as we know of it. There is a serious assault on what the internet is and stands for, and there are very serious implications, both socially, culturally, and politically. Socially speaking, there's a huge dumbing down of the human population. If you rely on AI to help you with your everyday tasks, both personal and professional, whatever it is. Again, I understand using it for help or whatever, but using it for everything. Like, brother, when there's a wipeout or something, like there was in Spain and Portugal a few months back, are you gonna wipe your own ass if you need fucking ChatGPT to help you out? Politically speaking, there is, I believe that over 30% of all traffic online is AI generated. And if I'm not mistaken, 52% of all articles, news, are AI generated. Can you rely on that? Do you feel like you can rely on AI? Oh, you're absolutely correct. That was a hospital that we just targeted. You're very smart. Sharp thinking. You're absolutely right. And just culturally, like, what are we doing? Is this really going to be the norm going forward? When you think about all the content that was put out online 15, 20 years ago, and what we're getting now, you might argue that the humor like 20 years ago, whatever, early 2010s, late 2000s, might have aged not so well, and sure, okay, I might agree with you. Rage comics and whatnot are not as funny today as they were back then, but like, that's just times change. But it was genuine, it was human, it was organic, and what you see online today is just the complete opposite of that. It has no soul, it has no content, it has no purpose, really. It's just polluting the YouTube market. And I find that absolutely I find it repulsive that we've stooped this low. The internet used to be such a magical place. Sure, okay, not everything about it, but just reflecting back on how much it has changed, and especially in the past 3 or so years, and how fast it has changed. It's to the point where I don't think people realize the consequences of this. The fact is that these elites are trying to advance this technology so much and so rapidly that it overwhelms the masses to the point where we don't even realize the changes as they happen and how the status quo constantly changes. You think you're caught up to speed, but then boom, no, there's this whole other groundbreaking technology that just came out, or update, or whatever, that completely changes the game, and that's it. You're out of the loop again. This is a very real technique employed to make sure that we information is power, as you know, and we're being kept in the dark. We don't have time to process these changes and how they affect our day-to-day life, long term as well. It's sad that we've allowed things to get to this point. So I feel like the best way of combating these things, instead of just ranting about how there's so much AI content, is to sort of create a counterculture to fight, not fire with fire, but the opposite. You know, like if there's too much AI content, what does that mean? That means that we need more human content, right? Of course, it's easier to make AI content than human content, but screw it. It's not about how much time it takes. It's not about the quantity. It's about the quality and what it means. So like this video, even if it gets 3 views, mom, dad, and my girlfriend, hey, wonderful. It doesn't matter, you know? It's about, I'm taking a stand. I feel like we all need to do something about this. However small your contribution is, doesn't matter, but if you're ranting about it, then do something about it. And that's what I'm thinking with these videos. I've been seeing people doing the public speaking challenge, and that's what inspired me to try and do this. Again, I really don't care about the results of this video. It's just a drop it in the ocean, but screw it. Here's my contribution, you know? And I feel like we could start a real movement like this. I would love to find other like-minded people to discuss these things. Maybe, you know, discussion is the first step towards realizing action. And it's about time. It really is. It's about time that we get our fingers out of our asses and do something about it.